Namaste.
Namaste.
So right now it's about 9 p.m. On the 9th. We're sitting in the lobby of our hotel. A lot has happened in the past 2-3 days since I last put a video up. We went to a teaching hospital in Kathmandu. This is really cool. The first day we kind of just had a presentation of what the hospital was about and kind of where they're going as for like healthcare in Nepal, right? Yeah. And then the second day we actually got to talk to some nursing students, both bachelor, pre-bachelor, and master students.
And they were really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool to talk to them and see how our healthcare system differs and how it is similar to their healthcare system. And it really is, like, how they do stuff, as in like bachelor's to master's, is really similar. They have something, it's called a BN, which is similar to, I guess, our LPN and associates. And then they have their BNS, they call it, which is their bachelor's, which is our BSN. And they go on to their master's as well. And then from there we got to tour the hospital actually that they have in Kathmandu that's associated with that that university. So it's kind of like U of M having their own hospital. It's this school having
this
their
was
hospital.
Tribhuvan University Teaching Hospital.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool. Their hospital's so different. I don't want to say outdated, but it's
pretty outdated.
It looks like an old hospital that you'd find in the United States from years and years ago. They had wards that were like 6 or 12 beds. That was the cheapest, and they had like 2 bedrooms that were like 4 times more expensive, I think they said. And they had single bedrooms that were 4 times more expensive than that even. So they definitely split it up cost wise. They had their sharps containers. None of the sharps containers were real sharps containers. It was buckets with holes in the top. What else did you notice, Guy?
The nurses, they do everything for the patient. There's not different teams, like lab doesn't come up to take the lab specimens directly from the patient. They don't deliver the food. There's no food delivery team from the kitchen. There's no like OT,
no respiratory therapy.
Respiratory therapy. The nurses do everything for the patient, which I thought was really cool. But it seems like it's really a lot for the ratio that they work with. So.
Oh, and another thing, the doctors are always on the floor 24/7, which is not how it is in the United States. Doctors are on call, but they're not at the hospital in the U.S. So, anything else about the hospital that struck you? Okay. And then after the hospital, we had a little bit of free time left. So what did you do, Sky, after?
For my free time, I went with Tim and I. We went to we took a cab down to the Kathmandu Mall in the Civil Mall, and we walked around the malls and just kind of checked out and scoped it all out. Got a little bit more out of the tourist area, and it was interesting.
Yeah, and I think I might have took a nap. I wasn't feeling too well yesterday, getting over a cold still. But something else that I don't think I've talked about is laundry. Doing laundry is so different. They don't have washers and dryers, so we've done our laundry in the sink and hung it out on the rail to dry all day. So you have to scrub it in the sink like they did in the old days with like the scrubbing boards. But we don't have the boards, but we have to wash them in the sink. And then that's interesting. It's definitely a new perspective on laundry. Weird. I thought I hated laundry before.
And today we basically just did a lot of like touring type things. We went and saw some. We started this morning with Swambayu, something like that. Anyway, it's a big Buddhist temple.
We had to walk up like 365
stairs. It was a lot of stairs this morning.
Really steep too. I was definitely not in shape for that one.
So the view up there was spectacular, though. You find some panos on Facebook probably, and so that was really cool. And then we went from there. We stopped at a couple of villages, some really like old parts of
Yeah.
Kathmandu,
Like
and,
medieval, like 1,000-year-old
and it was really
villages. Oh, something about the temple that we just talked about. It's called the Monkey Temple. There's monkeys everywhere. I don't know, what kind of monkeys are they?
Rhesus.
Rhesus monkeys? They're just everywhere up there. I saw this one on the temple. This lady was doing something with rice, like praying with it, and this monkey comes down and just slaps a tin out of her hand, all the rice everywhere. And she was not happy, but it was really like they don't care. The Fanta monkey stole some girl's Fanta bottle, like her pop, just took it out of her hand. So, and then we went to, was it Windy Hill?
Yeah, Windy Hill restaurant. It was at the top of a hill, just outside the school, but it was outside of the urban part of Kathmandu.
Yeah.
So it was you could see from there a lot of farm fields, wheat fields, not so much corn, but some rice.
Yeah. Wheat and rice was the main stuff.
And another thing that was really common out there was marijuana. It wasn't like a field or anything. They weren't like growing it industrial or anything.
Just
They were
marijuana
just
plants.
growing on the side of the road and stuff. So that was interesting.
Yeah. And
Because it wasn't a big deal.
no, not at all. And the view was absolutely phenomenal. It was spectacular. We had dalbat, which is rice and lentils, with kukura,
Kukura, which is chicken.
chicken. What was the
Vegetables is the curry.
Curry,
Or
yeah.
vegetables are takari. And then the spinach was sog.
sag? Yeah.
Sog.
And then I had a Coke, and you had a
What did I have? The Tuborg? Tuborg.
which is a local beer, which is actually very good.
Yeah.
And then we came back and kind of just messed around for a little bit. I went and picked up a shirt I got made for me, and then we found a nice little.
We came upon this
It's
restaurant.
It's like a reggae restaurant.
Yeah, it was
Chill.
it was really chill. They played a lot of like all American music, and
What was it called?
it was called
Tarats.
Javrat.
It's on
I
your
think
phone.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but the beers were like $290 rupees, which is equivalent to $2.90 American.
For a 650 milliliter bottle, which
Yeah,
is
like,
21 and almost 22
so
ounces.
like a tall boy.
So
Yeah, tall boy in the
Yeah,
U.S., which
so-
is really cheap. And I had chicken Alfredo stuff, and you had some.
honey mustard chicken.
Yeah.
It was really
So
good.
I mean, it was a good restaurant, a little reggae restaurant. I don't know. I think that's all. Tomorrow we're going to Dulacal,
Dulacal. Yeah.
which is we're going to an orphanage, which I'm so excited about. So that's probably the thing I've been looking forward to the most out of the whole trip is going to the orphanage. Yeah, I don't think that's anything
That's
else. So yeah, that's it.
Shubharatri.
Shubharatri. Good night.